Sell tickets online, never in the streets. Easiest way to make money. I go to the ticket shop.
Click the link at the top line of the description.
I wanna. Here's another example, and I'm gonna bring some females on to talk about it because I'm starting to get the impression that me or us talking about this type of thing is rubbing people the wrong way, like it's some type of attack. So we're gonna need some females to actually talk about this. But I came across this, and it's Glorilla, right? And she's pretty much saying that I don't care how good my relationship is, I'm still gonna text me some ends, right? And again, and look at her transformation, right? Look, and this is what the industry, does, to our sisters. She couldn't just be herself. She had to turn into a sex symbol to have a certain level of success. She had to. And not only her just being a sex symbol, that's not enough, but it's to promote and glorify and push on young females this, unaccountability, promiscuity, not, and you look like even like earlier day, like you had people like, let's just say Destiny's Child, right? And you listen to that album early 2000s, and they got songs like Cater to You and different type of things that talks about like, being with your man and catering to your man and, being in a relationship, promoting a healthy family balance. Not to say that all the songs were like that. They had something where they kind of, how the industry is. But now it's totally off the, I'm going to have a man, I'm still going to sleep around. You got Sexy Red, who was the self-proclaimed whore. She don't give a damn. She trying to pop out and mess with as much guys as she can. And now you got a woman saying, look, not only am I I'm in a good relationship, I'm still going to text me some. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, they just promotion, like, forget the relationships, forget the family structure. And, one thing, they have a statue, I believe it's in Ghana. It shows, the man, the woman, and the child, right? This is just how how messed up our psychology is. Like, we don't promote family anymore, right? But then you have, this thing in New York City, the statue of I just say it, heavy set, as we say, black woman all by herself, right? And she's black because she has dreads. So it's like everything, everything that we stand for, right, has been totally destroyed. I want to play this clip by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing real quick. So let me get the clip. I want to play this clip by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Now, this is crazy because I remember I had this clip in my phone, and I'm like, yo, when I'm talking about this, I'm just now actually remembering that I had this clip. And when I just played it for a quick second, it correlates to exactly to the T what I am talking about. So let me be quiet. Let's hear what she had to say, man. Let's go.
If you take one father out of a neighborhood, then the child who doesn't have a father can make up the difference with the other fathers. But when you take 90% of the fathers out by a dynamic, you have really crippled the entire people. So that when the father is removed and he cannot play the role as breadwinner, and the mother play the role as, the support giver of the emotional well-being of the children, then you're going to produce certain kinds of behavioral aberrations. If the mother is forced to be the breadwinner as well as the giver of emotional supports, then the emotional supports go wanting. You can produce depression. If a mother, if that balance is not there, the father as the breadwinner, the mother as the primary emotional support of the developing child, if that's not in place, then you can produce symptoms of depression in children. Now, if children are depressed, these are some of the things that they will do. If children are suffering depression and dependency deprivation, they will become preoccupied with sex prematurely, and so therefore we get
Let's go.
teenage pregnancy. They will not have the necessary emotional supports to tackle academic work, so we get school dropouts. A sufficient degree of depression. Somebody says, well, here, if you drink this, you won't feel so bad, little boy. Or if you take this drug, you won't feel so bad. You'll feel real cool. Do you see? And so that's the way I say that we get teenage pregnancy, we get school dropping out, and we get use of drugs. If you take large numbers of fathers out of a community and male children do not have fathers to model their behavior after and to lean against so that they gain strength and confidence in themselves as male children, then you will have children forming together in gangs. You see, engaging in destructive activity.
Now, that's powerful. And I will suggest that you read her book, The ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors. I have it somewhere. I want to get the hard copy because the copy that I have, the page tore off, but I want to get the hard copy. The hard copy is like $50 on Amazon. But in my opinion, she's one of the most important scholars to ever come out of our community, right? And I had the privilege back probably the year she passed away, or a year before that, she actually came. I called her, and I had a radio show on Blog Talk Radio, and my co-host at the time, I let him do the interview. We was both on it, but she requested that one person do the interview. Because she was a little older at the time, so he did it, and it was a phenomenal interview. I'm not sure exactly if it could be found right now, but we brought her on, and she hit a lot of great. I wish she was alive now because I would definitely reach out, to her to bring her on. But she has something called the crest theory of color confrontation. But we'll get to that another time. You hear what she's talking about? She's talking about, so the Glorillas and the sexy reds, these people that you see, is just a result of the dysfunction in our community, right? Preoccupied with sex. And then you have these young rapper ladies, continuing to push this on them. And I get it, they're living their truth. I feel them. But then again, I don't feel them. Because, the one thing that about us is we got this selfless attitude or selfish attitude where we just worried about us and where we going and F these ends and I'm trying to get it. We ain't really putting the you first though. You see, while other, groups of people, races of people, become so successful, they're thinking 20, 30, the next generation. They're not just thinking about themselves and today and how I'm going to get my bag. They're thinking about the future. They're thinking about their children, what their children's future is going to look like. We just thinking about today. So that's why it's very important that we project, whatever we project out there is going to reflect and going to be present with our children. So again, it starts in a household. I'm not some guy up here that wants to blame the rappers for all of this and blame them for all of that. But I'm in a hip hop. This is a hip hop platform, hip hop based platform. So I'm going to talk about what goes on in hip hop and in the world. That's just what it is. So, as much as I have a lot of sympathy sometimes for these young ladies, at a point in time now, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy because they are diabolically opposed to everything that we teach our children. We think about it in your household. I know we got good, wholesome people that watch this channel. Think about all the stuff that you teach your children. These drill rappers, and again, gangs, over sexualization, preoccupied with sex, all the stuff that she talked about. She was talking about this stuff in the 70s. It came true now, today. She even talked about how people, they would go from start wearing dresses and stuff like that. The effeminization of the black man. So these are all issues that our forefathers and our teachers, already foreseen for us and said, look, we don't do this. If we don't do this, this is going to happen. So now we're reaping, what we sowed from that. So, like I said, they remember they're pushing drugs. We tell our kids stay away from drugs. They're pushing over sexualization. We say stay away from that, or protect yourself, or don't even do it until this, and all the stuff that we teach them. They are opposed to. Don't be going out there in the streets and doing this and selling drugs and sleeping around and da 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 da. And you got this rapper talking about go shoot him up, bang bang, kill him. I'm a drill on homie. Or this young lady saying, look, I'm trying, sleep with all these dudes, tonight at the club. I got my toes out. It's my whatever, you know what I mean? And you got another one that's saying, oh, look, I'm gonna put out a lip gloss line and call it booty hole brown, call it gonorrhea, call it sex on my period. And we can go down a list of the different stuff in the industry. Like, these are not the only people. So all I'm saying is that, so when we see, we say, oh, why are we viewed like this? Why did this happen? Why is this happening? Because we are allowing this shit to happen. Our image is so destroyed right now. We continue to let our image be destroyed for some of these clowns to make a fucking dollar. So they can make a dollar and get rich off of us. And we let this shit go. So look, I'm going to digress. I'll move on to the next story.